local people. Local news and events. Local sports. Local matters. For all things Lloydminster and area, this is Live with Kurt Price.
Thanks for joining us here at Border City Furniture, your 100% locally owned and operated furniture store with a focus on Canadian-made quality products. I want to thank Border City Furniture for hosting us today. This is the Border City PROspectives, and today joining us is Janice Haughian. We have Tess Wack here and Justin Vance joining us this morning as well. Want to see your child's future take shape after high school? Visit Lakeland College's open house, October 17th and 18th at the Vermilion and Lloydminster campuses. Explore Lakeland's career-focused programs, tour labs and residences, and talk with instructors who care about student success. Plus, your child can apply for free while on campus. Learn more and RSVP by visiting lakelandcollege.ca/open house. Parents are welcome to attend too. We were out in St. Walburg yesterday to deliver cupcakes to the Lakeland Lodge Care Home and the great staff there. Many Lloydminster residents actually go into the St. Walburg Care Home because, as you know, there is such a shortage here on the Saskatchewan side of the city. And these ladies do a terrific job of caring for them. They are absolutely sensational. When I went in there yesterday, they actually had some entertainment lined up for residents. Cupcakes for Caregivers is brought to you by Sobeys Lloydminster and Umbrella Marketing and Design Inc. And you can nominate a caregiver or caregivers by emailing livewithkurtprice@gmail.com and telling us about these special people in our lives, which are so valuable. A trunk or treat is coming up on Tuesday at the Lloydminster exhibition with safe and warm trick-or-treating inside. There's an inclusion hour this year that runs from 2 to 3, and Tammy Dick with the Lloydminster exhibition says they've grown this year in other ways as well.
Well, this year we actually expanded. So usually it just stays in the Alberta building. This year we've actually taken and put vehicles as well as in the Dick Jones. So it is a one-way, easy flow through. Everything will be directed, and we filled up a couple buildings instead of just the one.
Trunk or Treat is brought to you by the Lloydminster and District Co-op and the Lloydminster exhibition, and the doors open for everyone at 3. Pets Purpose Animal Shelter will be holding their second annual Potum fundraiser this Saturday at Groomer Has It at 5129 39th Street. There's a chili and bun and bake sale, photos with Frankenstein, and there's also animals available for adoption or to foster. It runs from 11 to 2, and they will be also holding a 50-50 raffle as well. It's time now for Live in Lloydminster, brought to you by the Vic Juba Community Theatre and May Cinema 6. Here at the Vic Juba Theatre with Janice Haughian. And Janice, last week we were outside. This week we are thankfully inside because it's really cooled off. But the good news is things are heating up here at the Vic Juba Theatre with a lot of exciting shows through the remainder of October and into November.
That's right, Kurt. On October 21st, experience the raw energy of the Hip Experience. Canada's top tragically hip tribute band, from Gord Downey's legacy to the band's biggest hits. This is a night of pure Canadian rock.
On October 24th, you can meet Eleni here on the Omer Chev stage. Eleni is a Juno-nominated Christian gospel artist who grew up right here in Lloydminster, still calls Lloydminster home. And she has this powerful voice, heartfelt stories, and you know what? She just really wants you to come see her perform here at the Vic Juba Theatre on October 23rd.
Tickets are only $25. Literally, even if the show sucks, which it will not, you're only out $25. That's a really good way to sell tickets. No, the show's going to be crazy, you guys. It's going to be so good.
October 25th at 3 p.m., discover the magic of Aladdin in a stunning ballet by the United Ballet Company. Costumes are encouraged, and this is going to be perfect for the whole family.
And you want to watch because you guys are going to be doing some giveaways as well on your social media.
That's right. Watch our social medias. It's going to be coming up soon.
November 4th, it's time to feel like a woman.
That's right. Don't miss Shania and Friends, a high-energy tribute to Shania Twain and the golden age of country music. The first half of the show features all of Shania's biggest hits, while the second half takes you on a nostalgic ride through the 90s and 2000s with songs by artists like Leanne Rimes, the Zac Brown Band, Garth Brooks, Lone Star, Lady A, and more.
November 5th, Step Back in Time.
Step Back in Time was Zachary Stevenson's tribute to Buddy Holly. Live, electrifying, and backed by the Rock and Royals Band.
Now, a friendly reminder, because this is happening everywhere, to watch out for those scammers.
That's right. Be sure to only go to our website to purchase tickets. Our website is vicjubatheater.ca or call our box office at 780-872-7400.
Things may be cooling off outside, but things are really heating up here at the Vic Juba Theater. Mm-hmm. And oh my goodness, look what's playing at May Cinema 6, Black Phone 2. My niece was telling me about Black Phone. I thought she was like making it up. But for fans of the hit Black Phone, The Grabber is back. Bad dreams haunt 15-year-old Gwen as she receives calls from the Black Phone, and she sees disturbing visions of 3 boys being stalked at a winter camp. Accompanied by her brother Finn, they head to the camp to solve the mystery and confront the Grabber. Come see the evolution of horror's new villain with Ethan Hawke as the Grabber, a killer who's grown even more powerful in death. Also showing at May Cinema 6, Tron Ares, The Conjuring Last Rites, Gabby's Dollhouse the Movie, Good Fortune, Roofman, The Bad Guys 2, and Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. Go to maytheaters.com for tickets and showtimes to all upcoming movies, including The Grabber in Black Phone 2. Live in Lloydminster is brought to you by the Vic Juba Theater and May Cinema 6. It's not just a name, it is Superior Water. Superior Water has 2 locations in Lloydminster, and they're open on Sundays to make filling your big blue jugs a whole lot quicker and easier. And if you want great tasting water right from your tap, call Superior Water and ask about their under-the-sink reverse osmosis systems. 780-875-6636. I drink Superior Water because, after all, it is superior water. Open on 57th Avenue, Monday to Friday, 8 to 6, Saturdays and Sundays, 10 to 5. And they have a coin-operated location just by 7-Eleven off Highway 17 South. We'll take a break, and we'll be right back here at Border City Furniture with the PROspectives.
At Diamond 7 Meats, we work with local farm families to provide a high-quality product and a great selection for you. Try our mouth-watering smokies, pulled pork, roast beef, and more, made pure and natural with no additives or fillers. We offer custom processing, and our experienced team works for you to provide a selection of sausage, burgers, and jerkies made to your specifications. Take your grilling to the next level with a Yoder smoker. Complete the grilling experience with Canadian-made, award-winning line of House of Q barbecue sauces. We're locally owned and operated, and we look forward to seeing you today.
At Lloydminster and District Co-op, membership matters more. Because being part of a co-op means you're connected to something bigger than yourself. From long-held legacy by those who built our communities, to people you call family, friends, and neighbors. When you're a Lloyd Co-op member, you're an owner in a local business that prides itself on purpose alongside profit. You earn cash back, you help support causes that matter most, and you're building a better way of life for the next generation. Membership matters more.
How can you help support the oil and gas industry and jobs in Western Canada? The answer is closer than you think. Sell your scrap metals to PWM Steel. PWM sells scrap iron to Evraz, located in Regina. Evraz's #1 customer is the energy sector, building pipes and plates for the oil and gas industry. PWM Steel is your locally owned metal recycler and steel service center in the area. Plus, they're a strong supporter of the community. PWM Steel, your top steel supplier for Alberta and Saskatchewan for 40 years.
BioClean Disaster Services is committed, certified, reliable, and they will help you get your life back. 1-833-246-8326. You see their name everywhere you look in Lloydminster. They sponsor several local events. Their name is on the swimming pool. But they're not only Lloydminster's local restoration company, they're also Lloydminster's largest restoration company. And when any fire, flood, or any kind of disaster hits your home, they will take care of your belongings, they will take care of your property, but more than anything, they will take care of you and your family. BioClean Disaster Services, 1-833-246-8326. Well, welcome back here in Border City Furniture in downtown Lloydminster, where their quality and comfort speaks for itself. I want to introduce you to our prospectives again. We have Justin Vance joining us. We have Tess Wack here joining us, and we have Janice Haughian joining us as well. And so I consider this to be a very young group of people. So thank you guys for being here. Yeah. Thanks for coming on the show today. We've had shows where we've had to ask people, what was the city like when you were a kid? But I think it's, you guys aren't really old enough to know what, Matheson's was and things and things like that. But I'm curious to get your point of view on the city, because what we like to do here at Border City Furniture is just talk about all of the things that make our city great. And for Justin and Tess, you guys and Janice, you all grew up here. Yeah. You all grew up here and decided to stay. There's always a choice whether you want to stay or not. But Justin, let's start with you.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we're just three of how many thousands of people that choose that same route, right? You hear so many people that go to school, kind of get working in maybe a bigger center, smaller center. And you hear it 90% of the time, they choose to come back to Lloyd. They choose to come back because that's where the opportunity is. They choose to come back because that's where family, friends, and just like the community in general that support those people. It's an incredible community, and that's why I think everyone chooses to ultimately come back here. It's... So
did you go away to go to school?
Yeah, I just went down the road to Vermilion.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't even go too far away down the road, and that was a 2-year diploma, and then came right back here and started my career. So, yeah.
So we should tell people, I guess, that Justin got engaged yesterday.
Yeah.
So congratulations on that.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, pretty exciting news for us. We're really excited and happy, and now the hard work begins, I guess, for planning and making a date, all the invitations. I'm sure we'll be busy, but...
I can't believe you're engaged. Yeah. Well, first of all, I couldn't believe I saw you in a bar one day. Couldn't believe you're in a bar.
Maybe I shouldn't have been.
I've known Justin. I've known Justin for so long.
Yeah.
But and now, when you ran for city council, I was like, wow,
yeah.
Justin's running for city council. Now you're engaged. So,
yeah.
What made you want to run for? Maybe the difficult question first. What makes you want to get married, for crying out loud? No.
I can answer that one.
What made you want to run for city council?
I think I saw the opportunity in it to, steer the city, or help have my say in steering the city in a forward direction, planning for the future while servicing the needs of today. And I felt like my voice on there would be an asset to the team, and to have a younger point of view, to listen to the younger generation. Ultimately, Lloyd is a young community. Like, I think our median age is 34, something like that. So to get my age group in there, that demographic, future taxpayers, future citizens of the city, to start having their say and feel like they can connect through me to city council and make some of these big decisions that are ultimately going to affect their future. That was one of the big aspects. And I've always loved politics. As you know, I was on my Lloydminster Youth Council. I was on my school council. I've always loved being able to hear people and make decisions that'll make tomorrow a better place, basically.
Has it been what you thought it'd be?
It's been very rewarding. It's a rewarding job to make these decisions and go to council meetings and hear what administration has for us and give back dialogue and feedback and question. And that's the biggest thing is the questions and making sure we're receiving those answers, right? And that part is so rewarding at the end of the day to go home and feel good about yourself and feel good that I just made a decision that could benefit my kids someday and grandkids, right? So that it's just so nice from that point of view. But it is challenging from the other aspect of not knowing the balance between what some people may need or want as a need and then what other people want as a need. So we're right in the middle of it. We have to hear both sides. And, for instance, Border City Connects is a need for many people in the community. That is a need where someone else might not see that as a need. So you got to listen from both sides. You got to blend it all together and make sure everyone's happy. That's probably the biggest challenge I think we all face there as far as council and administration. just as a team.
Tess, you moved away and came back.
I did, yeah. I went away to university and then
Yeah.
came back.
What brought, like, did you always know that you would settle in Lloydminster? Did you always think I'll be here?
I think, especially our families have been here for so long. Both sets of my grandparents were here, my parents, my siblings, and so yeah, it just felt right to come back. And then everything that Lloydminster is, and it was a good community to come back to. So
Did you basically grow up at the Lloyd X?
basically, yes.
Do you feel like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that must give you such an insight
Oh.
into not only the community, but the people in the community.
Yeah, yeah, because we got to see egg events to fair to chocolate. Like we just got to see all these great events and then see all the people who came to them and the sponsors and the performers or whoever. And so it was just such a great experience and really got to know the community through that, which I really appreciate.
You know, we've had people on the show who have moved away and come back, and some of them have said, you know, I couldn't wait to get out of Lloydminster, but I also couldn't wait to get back to Lloydminster. It's interesting that you never felt that way. You were
I knew that, yeah. I figured I was going to come back. It was nice to go away, and then you also don't realize what you have till you're gone. And so I went to Saskatoon, and so some of the like little things about Lloydminster you just start to miss, and then so it just felt right to come home.
Mostly the people.
Yeah, mostly the people. For me, that was the big thing.
Nice to have family here, but like I say, you would have met how many different people
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
you know, at the exhibition that have come through. You've been almost on a first name basis with every mayor that's come through since you've been.
I don't know about that. Maybe.
Well, you know.
Yes, yeah,
you know, really.
yeah. There's so many. Well, lots be like, oh, I remember you when you were, this big, and it's just such a welcoming place, and it's such a small world, and you don't realize how connected everybody is, and everybody knows everybody, and it's just, I feel lucky to live in a place like that.
Janice, you've been here your entire life.
My entire life, yeah.
Have you ever thought
Of going? No, I don't think so. I think just I'm very a family-orientated person, and all of my family lives here. My dad had 11 siblings, and there's so much of our history here. My my grandpa started Harris Electric, so like there's something about being around a community where you know people everywhere you go, and you can have conversations with people everywhere you go. And I think that community spirit just really is so important in Lloydminster, and so many people just truly care about the community because they've been here and they want it to just and continue to improve. So no, I don't think I ever thought about moving away.
And you have two parents that are extremely involved
Yes.
in the community. Is that why you decided to get so involved in the community?
I kind of think it's sort of in our DNA maybe, because like my grandpa was part of like starting up some of the Slim Thorpe stuff, and I just think like a lot of my family members have been part of like Alcoholics Anonymous, and they've always been giving, always been serving the community. And I think just maybe it's just in our roots, but maybe also seeing my parents do it. But I just think in our hearts and in our DNA, it's just who we are, is to give, love, and serve our community and try to improve it the best way we can.
And now your whole family does that too.
Yeah,
You know.
they are trying, that's for sure, yes.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Like sometimes there's time gets in the way.
Yeah.
But we see you out at how many different events, and
Yeah.
everybody. What is it that you think when people say, you know, I got to get out of here and then I got to come back? Is it just because Lloyd seems like it has that small town vibe? Do you think?
I think they think they're missing out on something. I think they think, oh, there's all these cool opportunities in bigger centers and more to do, I think, when you're young and you want to do all the fun things. But when you get older, you realize that what's important isn't all the shiny things, it's the people, and it's the community, and it's the people who are really going to have your back when you need it, I think.
I think you're probably right. Is it your mom and dad that inspire you though?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, my parents, well, I'll probably cry, but literally I feel like I won the parent lottery. They are amazing humans, and I'm so blessed, yeah.
And both Neil and Lori, of course.
Yeah.
But is there anybody else that
Somebody
look
that I
up to?
really look up to is Lana Lane. I just think she does incredible things in our community, and always behind the scenes. She never looks for praise. She always is doing so many silent things under the radar. And she's got her hands in so many things, and she does it so well at such a high level. And she's someone I really aspire to be more like.
Tess, is there somebody that inspires you?
Oh, I don't know if I could pick. Just one. I just think our community, there's so many people that I feel surrounded by that are just powerful, inspiring women. There's so many women that I really could look up to, and they just really seize the day, they persevere. I'd have a hard time narrowing it down. We could be here. How long do we have? And I can just start listing
You
people.
can start with your mom and dad too.
Well, truly, honestly,
Right?
yes, they do inspire me.
Yeah.
That felt like an unspoken thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're
Callie
just
and
so,
Mike,
yeah, so grounded in the community and in our values. And they've really inspired me and pushed to, seize your dreams and those things that might feel a little out of reach, and still to push and try to achieve them. And yeah.
Yeah, like your mom has basically started a movement here in Lloydminster.
Truly, yeah.
With inspiring women.
Yeah, honestly, it
Along
is.
with Tara, of course, but-
Yeah, they're truly two inspiring women, and I'm so grateful that they're so connected to me in my life. And yeah, seeing the impact that conference has had on people, on myself, and just that ripple effect, I think that's such a big thing, is that people don't realize the ripple effect that they truly have, and that would be a huge one, and they need a lot of congratulations or celebration for that, because yeah, it's huge.
Did I see they just celebrated like a big school reunion?
Yeah, mom and dad did, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I thought that was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their class is so good. They get together, all the time. And I don't think we haven't had a high school reunion yet, but just with life and busyness, but they are so committed to it, and I love it. And they get together and have so much fun.
Justin, who inspires you? Like there has to be somebody that pushes you to, you can't just, I like politics.
Yeah, yeah, definitely like mom and dad, right? It comes back to them and their leadership and work ethic that I was raised with and shown my whole life how to get something if you want it and how to work for it, right? And that truly shaped me, I believe, as a person and who I am. Like they came here in 1998, I want to say 1999, with nothing. You know what I mean? They moved up here because that's where the oil patch was happening and there was opportunity. So they moved up here, and I was born in 2001, had me, and the rest, just kind of was history. So they were able to create a business here, thrive here, create a family here, and that's what I've always looked up to, and to Lloydminster too, is that opportunities there to move here and play here, work here, and retire here, and it's all in one. But there's so many other like leaders in the community that obviously I look up to, like Mike Sidoric, Paul Richer, like even Ben Harrison. Like these people they're so valuable to our community to really love the success and to see Lloydminster thrive. And we're so lucky to have people like that here. And even you look at Otis wrestling and just having him. He comes to every single council meeting and just making sure that we're staying on track and going in the right direction. So, yeah, very grateful for all of those. I'm missing a whole bunch, but it's a wonderful community with wonderful people in it.
When you started on city council, is there somebody that mentors you?
Well, the mayor was a big help. He's been in there. This is his third term now, so there was a lot of help behind the scenes to get me where I should be and get me onto a more of a political side, not a Facebook angry side, right? Like you got to be a little bit more professional now and know what to say and what not to say and when to say it. And he really helped me get to where I am now, I would say. So he's been a great help. Yeah.
Growing up here in Lloydminster, when did you start to feel like you were going to run for city council?
It's probably a year or two before the election, and it was on my mind. I was thinking, I'm like, well, yeah, we'll see what happens, because I knew the election was coming up in 2024, and it was always on my radar. And I wanted council because I love being able to do a little bit of both and still work for my dad and then do the council as a part-time job on the side. And it's turned actually more into a full-time job, believe it or not. And now I'm working part-time for my dad, but that's okay. It's been awesome. But yeah, I would say about 2 years ago, I felt like things could have a different say, a little different perspective, and thought why not run for it and put my name in, and yeah, made the signs. There we went, and yeah.
Okay, everybody's going to want to know, how did you propose yesterday?
Well, I went to Border City Aviation, and they took us for an hour discovery flight around the city. So we went up to Sandy Beach, around the northwest area of the city, and then down in the southwest, came back, looped in, and landed safely, obviously. And then the pilot was like, oh, I better get a picture of you two. And that's where I thought this was the moment, seized the opportunity, and went down on one knee and got it done. So there was a big yes after that. So it was,
You guys high school sweethearts?
yeah,
what I
grade
thought.
11. Yeah, so just over 7 years now. So it's been about time, I guess you could say. Yeah.
It's hard to believe when I hear Janice, somebody say, well, 2001, you know, I was born in 2001. It's like so awkward for me. Like, it's so different. How about you?
Well, because my son was born in 99. So you're actually 2 years younger than him. And so that's kind of wild when you said the young group. I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah. I still consider you to be in the young group. Let's put it that way. It's been like, yeah, it's not like you guys would see big changes in the city, but well, let's start with you, Janice, because you maybe would have seen some changes in the city. What do you think what are the best parts about Lloydminster and how it's growing?
I think the best parts are that the people stay the same. The care about the community stays the same, and I think that when there's a need, you can see community members step up to fill that need time and time again, like Border City Connects or Be Fisher or different organizations that see a need and really step up and try to fill that need. And I think just the growth has been pretty great. I think there's things been brought in that our community needs. But I just think we still keep the authenticity of Lloydminster, even though we do have a lot of immigration, we do have a lot of transient workers. I still hope that those people feel connected to our community, and I hope that they see that there's so many incredible people here if they just stay long enough to see it. I think.
How excited are you for, like, because I'm when I walk into the Cenovus Energy Hub, there's a lot of times where I feel like, man, this I'm still in Lloydminster. Like, this is pretty impressive.
Yeah, I haven't actually been in there yet, and I really need to get in there. Now that our kids are older, I just haven't had the time to be in there, but I want to go watch the hockey. But yeah, incredible that we have something so amazing in Lloydminster and the opportunities it can bring for our community as far as events and stuff.
Well, Tess, I know you've been in there.
Yes,
because Co-op sponsors the Rustlers.
Yes, yeah.
And
their
that big
arena.
announcement came
Yeah.
at their
Home opener.
What's your thoughts on like, is that one of the things that you look at that's changed in the city? Because I still can't believe that's our building.
Truly, we were doing, we did a tailgate barbecue to kick off their home opener. And my mom and dad, they came, of course. And we were just talking how it doesn't feel when we were out, because we did it out on the outdoor rink. It was so cool. And it didn't feel like we were in Lloyd anymore. So it's so cool that we are, and like we have that facility for our community. It's just, yeah, it just feels like it helps kind of elevate and like where we know that Lloydminster can go and be in the vision that we see for it. And so to see it like elevate to that is really cool. And it was so much fun.
Yeah, I said to Heather the other day, I'm like, pretty soon it'll be normal that 36th Street is so busy.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? Because that intersection is going to get so busy all the time now from people coming and going with that arena. It's like pretty soon it won't be, oh, there's lights at this intersection now.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh yeah, there's like it'll just be, you know, for the longest time it was the same way with the Gold Horse Casino, right? It's like, oh, I'm basically out of the, oh, wait a sec, there's the Gold Horse. And now it's when you are leaving, you're like, how busy is the Gold Horse? When you come in, how busy is Gold Horse? You know, every single time. But what do you love about the city? What makes you?
For me too, it really is the people, and there's just we have so many strong community pillars, and these people who've been here forever and are just so passionate, and like seeing the hard work that they put in and their vision come to life, and it for all different aspects, like you said, from Border City Connects to the Olive Tree to the Cenovus Hub, or like it's all of these great things, and it's really cool to see everybody come together and make these things happen for all different areas of our community. And the people are just second to none.
Now, Justin, you've seen both sides of it.
Yeah.
You've heard both sides of we don't need this building, or we overpaid for this building, and things like that.
Yeah.
But, tell us about your perspective of.
Well, you know, it's going to be there for a long time, and we're all very excited for it. Going in there, it does blow you away, right? It just seeing it over pictures and over Facebook, it's pretty easy to criticize, but to actually set foot in those doors and to see the wow factor and go to the event arena, it really does show you where the money was spent and how well and how managed that project was right from the very start. So we were so lucky to work with the contractors so closely in every design aspect, from washroom signs to where seats need to be, and like we had a really big say in the design process, which was awesome.
I wouldn't say it's extravagant.
You wouldn't?
No, would you? I wouldn't say, like, I don't go in there and go, there's something they didn't need, or
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
you know, like that. I don't think they like I think they did pull back a little bit, and that's why the media booth is up in the, like, if I was doing play-by-play hockey, I'd be like, the media booth's up in the corner.
Yeah.
That would be frustrating.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that I would see is they should have paid the extra to just have
in the middle. Yeah.
have it in the middle. But I think they drew back on that when the price started to balloon, right?
Yeah. No, that was the big thing was the price, and there was a lot of cuts that had to be made because we wanted to maintain that budget. But it is tough as a counselor, because we obviously knew that a new rink was going to happen no matter what. We had to build a rink, and that's the rink that was at the council's time of the day that chose to build, and we are getting to enjoy it, and we have the easy part now, but got to pay for it now. So that's the other struggle.
That's the hard part.
Yeah.
You obviously love the city, or you wouldn't have ran for city council.
Yeah.
What do you think makes Lloydminster special?
I think it's the generosity of the people. You know, like when there's someone or an organization in need, our community steps up in waves. And I think that comes back down to most of these people have come to Lloyd with nothing, know what it's like to have nothing, and have built a successful business in Lloyd and stayed in Lloyd. And that's why I think they're so quick to help out and support and sponsor people that are in need of funds or need of resources. Right? It's just amazing when there's some girl that's wanting to run how many kilometers and is looking for money. She'll get that right away in Lloyd, and I'm sure you can get that in other communities too. But it just seems like Lloyd is the place where when you need help, you'll get it.
I'm not so sure you get it in other communities.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I we've been doing this show for a while now, and enough people have told me, well, I lived here and it didn't really feel like home. It wasn't really connected like Lloydminster is. I think Lloyd is very connected. I think sometimes, somebody told me once, Lloyd is the perfect size to see the people you want to see and not see the people that you don't want to see.
Right.
And what we get criticized a lot on in this city is there's a lack of things to do. You mentioned it. You said, well, people think there's other things to do in other cities. So we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about those things that, obviously we have some people here who love the city. What are they finding to do? Why don't they complain that there's nothing to do in Lloydminster? We'll find out what they do in their spare time when we come back.
At Jason Arden & Associates Cooperators, we're proud to be a top-rated local insurance company that offers flexible solutions and expert advice for all your insurance and investment needs. We'll work with you to tailor your insurance specific to your needs, and we offer investment advice that always puts you first. At Cooperators, one of our core values is to give back to the communities that we live in. Thanks to the support of our clients in Lloydminster and area, in 2023, Jason Arden & Associates has donated $40,000 to local nonprofits, charities, students, athletes, and other special events. How does your insurance company support our community?
I'm Brian Zinchuk of PipelineOnline.ca. I used to be a pipeliner, and I've spent the last 15 years reporting on energy in Saskatchewan. PipelineOnline.ca provides comprehensive coverage of light oil, heavy oil, lithium, helium, power production including coal, wind, solar, geothermal, natural gas, and nuclear. There's a lot happening in Saskatchewan's energy sector, and Pipeline Online is there for all of it. No one else comes even close.
It's more than just taxes at L&A CPA. Assurance, accounting, retirement planning, estate planning, business consulting, financial consulting, farm program support, and bookkeeping. But yes, there is always taxes. The team at L&A CPA is committed to helping you achieve your best results and will be there to assist you every step of the way. L&A CPA, with offices in Provost, Vermilion, and Lloydminster.
Welcome to Wellings of Lloydminster, and a community of ageless explorers. At Wellings, age is but a number, adventure is always part of the day. Come experience carefreedom living at Wellings of Lloydminster, where adults 55 plus enjoy a vibrant, stress-free way of life with a whole lot of fun. Stop in and say hello to their new general manager, Nicole, at 7211 72nd Avenue on the Alberta side, and visit wellingsoflloydminster.com for more. Wellings of Lloydminster, carefreedom living starts here. We also welcome you back inside Border City Furniture. Winners of So Many Service with a Smile awards, they've lost track. No, actually, service is very important to Border City Furniture, so they know exactly how many they've won. 16. They won 16 Service with a Smile awards here at Border City Furniture. And where we welcome you back in, we have Justin Vance with us. Tess Wack is here. Janice Haughian is here. Took me forever to learn how to say Janice's last name when I saw the spelling. It's so easy.
It's easy to say. Now that you say it, I'm like, oh, that's it.
Yeah, exactly. Before we took the break, I just mentioned, a lot of people say, well, there's nothing to do in Lloyd, there's nothing going on. Well, I've been doing live in Lloyd now with the Vic Juba Theatre and Mason with Six for a while. And man, does the Vic Juba have shows coming in. But what do you guys do for, like, Tess, you were saying, wow, I got to take kids skating to what do you do in your, what do you guys find to do?
There's so many things. And I think our community is also very lucky with a lot of free opportunities. Our library puts on so many activities. The kids love going there. There's so many different things. They just did a dinosaur dig. Like, they made their back room into a dinosaur sand pit. It was so cool. And so there's just little things like that you can do that you just sometimes have to look a little harder. But we love going to the library. Obviously, we love going to the X. We'll probably check out Feastival tonight as well, and Trunk or Treat. And they're always so great at putting on events that our community needs and listening to kind of what our community is looking for. So it's always just such a great place to go, and skating, swimming, all the things. And
the kids are in all of it?
Not all of it. We stage it out one at a time, but they did rugby, then we did some swimming and skating now. And it's just, I think our community is pretty lucky, and there are lots of opportunities to try different sports, different activities, whether it's arts or rugby, and that one blew the kids away.
I'm so glad you mentioned the library.
Yes.
Because it gets overlooked.
Oh, so often. And it's such a gem.
We did Here Comes Santa Claus. The library always say, we want to be a part of that. We have a project for the kids. Mm-hmm. Overlooked. Yeah. Overlooked. Now they have a dinosaur fossil.
Yes, they did.
In there now, and shark teeth.
Yeah.
That the kids, there's always...
Yeah, the kids got little eggs to break, and they just put so much extra energy into it. It's just... I don't think our community realizes how lucky we are for how amazing our library is.
And free.
And free.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's very smart. I'm glad you mentioned that. Justin, what do you do for other than flying around the city?
Other than flying around the city.
Proposing to every girl you meet.
Well, I'm on a men's curling Thursday night curling club, so that keeps me busy throughout the winter. But like Tess said, you look at what our museum does and the projects that they do there, and even Weaver Park, the nights at Weaver Park coming up for Halloween. Like just everything like that is so available to the community, and it's and it's not like we don't advertise either for it, right? Like, we're constantly putting it out there, social media, for people to come attend. We want people to come attend. We want big numbers. That's where we have success, right? So it's just how do we advertise more and get the people there and make these events bigger, right? But no, I think there's no shortage of events for all kinds of ages, right? Any demographic that is looking for something to do. Like, our city has so much to offer. It's just, you got to go find it or look for it, right? So.
And Janice, I know you guys have been heavily involved in sports.
Sports, yeah, we do a lot of sports for sure. That keeps us, like, as we're getting older, we don't really like to work out, so we like to play sports. So there's so many opportunities. Like, right now I'm playing free flag football. It's free for us to just play, and I play volleyball, basketball, and softball. But I think we just started learning how to play pickleball, and there's free pickleball at Bud Miller. You can just go and use those courts, right? I mean, something I personally love is getting into the trails in Bud Miller. It's so pretty in there. You just feel like you're in nature, which I love. There's so many, and I was going to bring up the library too. They have incredible, absolutely amazing things. There's the museum. If you're more into the arts, they have classes you can take. There's so many great things, and I think just little community events, like even they have downtown events like Street Fest and different things like that you really could go to and meet people. And like we have our Connecting Parents group that people can come and just learn to try to connect with other parents. I think sometimes that's hard as you get older to make friends too. So like if you could get in a group of people and just start having conversations with people, I think that's so important. Just yeah.
That Connecting Parents, I remember when you guys contacted me the first time, and I had no idea that it existed. Did you help create that?
Yes, so I was on the board that we started it up. So it was Coralie McKean, myself, Dr. Lindy Scribante, Julie Harper, and another lady who's moved away. Oh, and actually Lisa Crease. We all were on the board that started it, and we just felt like having a child who struggled growing up, we just really felt like it would have been great to have a community of parents who understood and could support each other through having those challenges. And so that's why we started it up, was because we saw a need and we wanted to give something to the community that other parents might need. And now we have our next event coming up soon we'll talk about, and it's already almost sold out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Isn't that great that you guys said, oh, well, there's a need, so let's just start it? How tough was it to start?
In the beginning, it was hard because it was hard to get the word out. And our first events, we were having all these great community speakers coming in, doctors, therapists, different people, and we would get one person show up. And so that was really hard. And then COVID hit, and so then you can't really connect with people as much online. It's really hard. And so we were thinking, we're doing all this work and nobody's showing up. And then after COVID, we started to get 30 people, then 40, and then now we're like, I think the venue holds 125, and we're like, we need to move to a bigger venue. And so there's a need, and this one is going to be on ADHD. And so it's really cool that there's so many parents that can access somebody like Dr. Scribante, who's hard to get access to, and still be able to get a little bit of her knowledge. And so, yeah.
Do you think you'll always be a part of that?
I do, yeah, yeah.
Because I've wondered, like for you guys, and I've watched Julie on Facebook and her kids growing up and growing up.
Yeah.
Like, do you think you guys will always let's continue this, even though our kids are growing up and got their own? Like, do you think it'll be?
I think for me, I will, because I know how hard it was. And I know that have learned so much valuable information, just all the information that I've learned, all the courses I've taken, all the books I've read, that I feel like even just if I can connect to one mom who's struggling, then it's worth it for me to just give her a little bit of advice and a little bit of help, and even just a support, because it's hard and people need that connection and to know that they're not alone in the struggle.
Well, if you're looking for new parents, Justin will be there soon.
He's got you on a fast track.
Shotgun. No, I'm not saying. No. I'm not saying.
Yeah. Sign you up on the board.
Yeah. Tess, you've been involved with so many things in the community. I think particularly, of course, now with Co-op, but particularly with Startup, Lloydminster. What do you think we need in the city? Like, when you look at, and there's apparently a Costco coming, although it's not signed on the, well, it is apparently going to be signed on the dotted line, but we don't know. But what do you see our city like? If you were to start a business, what would you?
Oh, I don't know. I think there's so many unique little offerings, and hearing some people's ideas when they come in of like a bookshop and a coffee shop and different little things like that. I think one thing that I do wish, and I know that there is some, and we're getting better at it too, is some of those little connection spots, the cute little coffee shops. We're so lucky that we have the Timber Cafe, and now there's the Human Habit. So we're getting more and more nice little cozy spots to sit and connect with people. But for me, I think if there's things that I'm wanting to do in the city, I'm wanting to connect with people. So it'd be something kind of around that. Is it connecting a play space around for your kids, or is it a coffee shop or whatever? So I think those spaces or opportunities to have those connections is what I would.
When you were growing up, did your family make it a point to shop local?
Oh yeah.
Was that a big thing for you?
Yeah, always. Whether it be local producers direct from their farms, or we grew our own meat and stuff. But so there's other ways we could support in that. But yeah, it's always been something that's been instilled, and so now it's something that we just innately do, naturally are instilling it into our kids. And so then that's one reason I feel really proud to work at Co-op, because that's such a pillar of theirs. And so it just is, it's so important for our community and the people, and we are a very entrepreneurial community. I think we were ranked maybe the top, or still the top. And so to be able to support those people who are in this community, and it's just such a important thing, and it's been important for our family forever.
Because there was a time where if you kind of needed something, like, oh, we don't have that here, I got to go to Edmonton. And then for some, like somewhere along the line, I don't think it was COVID, but somewhere, I think probably for me it was like 2010 to, it's just all of a sudden you don't really have to go out of the city. And so I remember heading to the city one time, like heading to Edmonton, and being like, oh, there's car dealerships out here now. You know, like all of a sudden, oh, this, you're like, this is weird. Like, it's been so long since I've been here, because I feel like at one point we had to go to the city. Like, you had to, oh, the kids need clothes for school, we got to go to the city. The kids need this, we got to go to the city. We don't have Zellers here anymore, so we got to go to the city. No. But for you, Justin, what would that, like, like, what do you think we, you know, is there something missing in your eyes that we could use, or?
I feel like specifically downtown, I would love to see, like Tess said, a coffee shop or a restaurant succeed down here. You know, food brings people together, and it brings a reason to come down and then do your shopping with a cup of coffee or a donut or whatever that be. And I would just love to see like a successful business come and put their roots down here and build something like that. I think food would really help downtown succeed like never before. But yeah, like you said, there's those fewer trips to Edmonton for our family alone. Like, we find everything we need here, and why leave, right? And that's the beauty of Lloyd, is we have all of these amenities. We're like a big city as far as services and what we have access to, but I love how we can still maintain that small town Lloydminster feel. It does, like, even though we've expanded hugely since I was a baby, since I could remember. Like, I still remember when John Deere was at the old Nelson Lumberyard, where they were selling tractors there, and the amount on the edge of town, and I've seen how much we've expanded just in like that 20 years, and it just still feels the same to me. The city, like, it doesn't feel any different to me that we're in as big of a city as we are. So
you're right. It is growing, and I'm with you. I wish we could have a downtown that,
a vibrant downtown.
And I know there's people working on that. Ben Harrison, you mentioned Ben Harrison. He's been a huge part, advocate of growing the downtown. You mentioned Feastival tonight. It's one of my favorite events. Yes. Mostly because I don't have to pay. But no,
as one of the celebrity chefs.
One of the celebrity chefs. Like, no, I love that event. I remember the first year that they did Feastival, and it was in the, I think it
was in the Prairie Rooms. Yes, yeah.
And it was so much smaller in that Prairie Room, but it was so successful, and it was crazy. And your dad went in the back and started to heat up the leftovers from Oktoberfest.
Oh.
And then brought that out, and you know, it's like, oh, this is so good. Like it was such an incredible atmosphere. But that's the night your dad, I don't know if you know this or not, your dad actually told us we started talking about Halloween, and the night the TV tower came down.
Oh.
And your dad had said, yeah, I got questioned about that. And we were like, Mike Sidoric got questioned? Did you know that?
Yes, it's legend.
Yeah.
It's a legend. No, there's no accusation.
There's no proof.
We accuse a lot.
He didn't do it. He didn't do it.
Like, I don't know. I wasn't alive then, but it was a big deal, because then it was only like channels 2 and 4, so no one had TV for a while. So whoever did it, I mean, it was a big deal. But yes, there's been a lot of joking accusations that he was involved, and he wasn't, but it's been fun.
Tell us something about your dad that we don't know.
Oh, gosh. Something that you don't know. I don't know. I think that everybody, he's got such a big heart, but I do think he was so good at trying not to cry like you did, encouraging us and pushing us. And so he would, really kind of make us analyze things. So I tease him now that he's the reason I overthink everything, because he wanted us to look at, you know, every different direction and different things. And so he was so good at that and really teaching us that. And I think that was something that made him so great in his role at the X, is he would look at and analyze things from different directions. So if this happened, what would we do here? And so then things could run smoothly and people could just come and enjoy whatever event they were at the X. And he was just so good at that. Yeah, I don't know, something, the only thing that's coming to mind is that, and
well, I don't think a lot of people see the softer side of your
No,
dad.
they wouldn't, no. And he definitely is, and he would probably not admit it, but yeah, totally. My kids call him Pop Pop, and so Bennett said it once, and I was like, that's gotta stick. So we made sure that it stuck, and he's now Pop Pop, and he is, he's so passionate about our city and giving back and all of that, and he's definitely a big softie in that sense, that he would have a very hard exterior.
So I am a huge Dwight Yoakam fan. I love Dwight Yoakam. Yeah. Always have. And your dad phoned me one time. He's like, hey, Kurt, I got a question for you. Thinking about bringing this artist in. Dwight Yoakam. What do you think? I'm like, Mike, yes. He's like,
no question.
But the ticket would cost this much. Like, it's going to be expensive. Like, people would have to pay this much for tickets. I'm like, Mike, yes. And then in the end, the board decided it was too much. The tickets were too expensive.
It wouldn't work.
Every time I see your dad, I'm like, you could have brought Dwight Yoakam in. You could have brought Dwight Yoakam.
We've had many conversations like that. I remember planning when they planned fair entertainment with him and Daryl Hanley and trying to pick who'd come and the debates. But it just made me think, did you and him saying Poncho and Lefty, you guys used to do a fundraiser where they'd sing.
Yep, we used to do.
That was so he had a musical debut on the radio.
Yes,
would be something maybe not everybody.
We called it celebrity duets.
Yes.
Yeah. And your dad sang with David Nelson. David Nelson. I remember Vic Juba did an awesome rendition of Shania Twain's that "Oh Baby" song.
I can't think of the name,
of the song either. But
I'm not going to sing it.
Yeah. I'm having a party for two. Yeah. Party for two. And those were huge.
Oh, it was
huge.
So fun.
Todd Gustafson was a part of that.
There were so many great people in that one.
Yeah, man. We're thinking about doing something similar to that again at some point, just with choirs and stuff like that. So, is there an event, Tess, that is your favorite in Lloyd, that you look at and go, man? Because like I mentioned, Feastival. I love Feastival. I love it. I love the fellowship. I love the atmosphere. You know, it's not just the food; it's the atmosphere that it brings as well. But is there an event that you?
Feastival is definitely up there. It's such a good one. Get your tickets, come tonight. But I would probably say, fair, just because it was such a huge part of our childhood. And I know, and I give Dad a hard time that, we don't have to go every day now. Like, you're not working every day. We don't have to go every day. But it's such a good event, and there's just truly something for everyone. And I think because it was such a huge part of our childhood, I just have such a nostalgia about it. And now getting to watch my kids and watch Dad be with the kids, because he wouldn't have, he would have come out as much as he could on the Midway with us, but now he gets to ride rides. And
do you remember we used to do, your dad came to us and said, do you have any ideas for building the fair and stuff? We used to do something called Fair Factor on the radio. Do you remember that? Were you
maybe a little bit, and it was like a Fear Factor vibes, and people had
there was always we had 6-7 people compete, and at one point they had to ride as many rides as they could. The person who rode the most rides on the first night would get this many points towards winning. But we would feed them in between rides too, give them mini donuts and stuff like that. And then your dad was up for that. He was awesome with that. And then we took all the food that they have at the fair. One other night we took all the food that they have at the fair, the mini donuts, the elephant ears, the corn dogs, the lemonade, all that stuff. We put them in blenders.
No.
Mixed it up, and they had to drink as much as they could without throwing up. It was all. We did dizzy bats in front of the grandstand at the Chuck Wagons. It was such a good thing. Yeah. And it's surprising to me, because we've been doing this show for a while now. I would say, and Faye would have to give me the thumbs up too, but I would say probably 8 out of 10 people say the fair in Lloyd when we ask them that question. What's your favorite event? They and it's people who run their own events. Like
Yes.
Catherine was here last time, and it was like, oh, I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, something with the studio there, and she was like, the fair, the parade and the fair.
Yeah.
Justin, for you,
Well, maybe I'll go a different route here. The Christmas trade shows I've always loved.
Oh, yeah.
Like just every year you look forward to it. You just see so many familiar faces, so many things there, so many vendors, booths that you always look forward to every year. And you take the whole day off and just go there and stroll through the halls of the X, and it's something that we've always done since I was a kid and continue to do.
pretty soon you'll be pushing a stroller.
Oh,
through
yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll get the wedding done first, and then we'll
Stroll through will be a different meeting when you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I don't know about you ladies, but I'm thinking like he's got this deep voice and everything, but I'm thinking we got a softie here.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, there's a softie in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Because just when you're talking about Christmas, I can see that Christmas is very meaningful to you.
Yeah, it always has been. Yeah. The Sears catalog, I was the first one to go through it and start circling. Yeah.
And you're right. Like there is something about that. Like I remember when that started, like the big Christmas craft fair and everything. There's something about going in there and the tinsel and the lights and and the homemade crafts and everything. There's something that does, because it's middle of November.
Yeah, so
but
it
really does
puts
kick
you in the
things off.
season, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, that and the parade obviously always a great success, and we really do a good job in the city with our parades. I think everyone just looks forward to those every year, and
we found that out this year broadcasting it. Thank you, Tess. Co-op sponsored that. They were a
that was
major
awesome.
sponsor for that and doing it this year. And we had really no idea how we're going to do it, or like getting some outside. Like we brought in Jason, of course, to help us and everything. But it just went so well, and it really sunk in to me how important that parade was.
Yeah.
Because there were people who weren't going to be able to see it.
Yeah.
No broadcasting.
Without,
There's seniors that people in the hospital, things like that. So it really became, like it was so important. It still is so important to our community. I hope that never changes.
Yeah.
Okay, Janice, we'll put you on the spot
Put me
now.
on the spot.
Can't say fair. Can't say no. You could use anything. You could use anything you
Well,
want.
I think for me, it's seeing the community come together at any giving event. So any event where people are coming together to raise funds to do something incredible in our community. I think not just one, but like you think about the coldest night of the year walk, or like lately I've been really loving the dodgeball tournament for the Health Foundation. There's just so many giving events that I personally like. I love seeing people come together to do good. The fair, I have to bring up the fair, mostly because it was something I absolutely loved as a kid. I just couldn't wait. And then taking my kids to it, like I just couldn't wait for them to experience what I had experienced. And I probably made it even extra good for them. It's like, yeah, you can do any game, whatever, $500 later. Anyway, what else? Yeah, I would say
Did
those
you ever
are.
sneak in?
No, but my husband did in a trunk one time. It was at a different fair. It was like Turtleford, and
That's commitment.
yeah. But no, I never did.
You were too good.
No, too good.
I always
How about
ask
you?
people who grew up here in Lloydminster that, because there's so many who are like, well, we paid the first night, like,
Try to like get the stamp.
like what color's the stamp? I'm gonna try to draw it on my hand.
Yeah.
All kinds of stuff. Like,
How about sharing a wristband? Did you ever share a wristband?
no.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and
Listen to this guy.
I'll tell you now. No, the stamp trick too. If you give it a little lick, you can dab it on your buddies there, so you can get a 2-for-1 deal. I didn't say that as a counselor. I said that as a
kid.
As a kid, yeah.
Yeah. They've changed things now. Yeah. But Janice, you mentioned the dodgeball tournament.
Yeah.
Okay, I've never seen you so competitive as at the dodgeball tournament. Man, you get like fiery. What is it about that tournament that gets you?
I think it's just because I'm like an athlete, and so when it's like a competition, it just that like I'm okay with winning or losing, but I want to do our best. So then I think that's I get it. Yeah.
Like you're like, yeah, the fundraising part of it, and then the real Janice is like, I will hurt you. The fiery eyes come out. I've been there every year.
Yeah.
I have seen it.
Yeah.
Okay, I will be better this year because
now you're like,
now
people are
I'm
gonna be
working for
watching
the
you.
Health Foundation, so now I have to be like very, very good.
Toe the line.
Yeah.
I want to thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for being part of the Border City PROspectives and giving us your take on the things that make Lloydminster great.
Yeah.
We're proud. I'm so proud to call Lloydminster home. There's so many people, and you guys are in that group that make Lloydminster a wonderful place. It definitely is the people that come together that make it such a wonderful place to live. Each of your parents are part of that group, right? That make this a wonderful place to live. So thank you so much for being a part of
Thank you,
the
Kurt.
Border
Thanks
City
for everything
PROspectives.
that you do too in our community.
Well, thank you.
You are one of those people too.
Appreciate that. And we want to thank Calvin and Ryan here at Border City Furniture for hosting us again. Give us these nice comfy chairs. We're going to be here, it looks like a couple of times in November, so we're looking forward to that. And if you know somebody that you would like to see on the PROspectives, make sure you tell us about that as well. But we will be back with you next week. Enjoy, as Tess says, Feastables tonight. Come down and see how hard I've been working all day to prepare that movie. Heather and I were talking about that last night.
So we say celebrity chefs, but I don't actually cook anything.
Yeah, exactly. But it's the same thing. Do you remember that Simpsons episode where the guy steps up on and the model's showing the car?
Oh,
do
yeah,
you come with the car?
Yeah.
Oh, you. And the next guy steps up. Do you come with the car?
Yeah.
It's the exact, at Feastable, it's how long have you been cooking today? Oh, slaving for hours.
Yeah.
Next person steps up. How long have you been cooking today? Slaving for hours.
My grandpa used to do that at Christmas every time. It's like, oh yeah, I was in the basement slaving away all day cooking all this stuff. My grandma's been cooking everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you again.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll be back with you next week.